Hey folks, welcome back to Kingdom Dungeon and Hero. It's been a while since I played this one. I'm on the beta test, and the developer Souza has pretty much finished this one, I think now. There are some more features to come, and the game isn't going to be released until I think June. So there's plenty of time. It's always a good sign, by the way, when a developer is not desperate to push their game out as soon as possible. It's my understanding that he's happy to he just wants to polish the game now, just polish and polish, respond to any feedback that comes in from the beta test, and fix any bugs, basically. But he's about done on the game, which is really, I think, I really like the way that he's developing this game because he's showing respect towards the development process by giving himself plenty of time. So the game is almost complete. I think he's adding a couple of extra features, some end game stuff maybe, but I think for the most part this game is about done. However, just be aware that it is a beta version, so there is likely to be changes between this and the game that you will eventually get in when it's released. Again, I think it's June. So I did a lengthy preamble for this game and talked about my feelings about why I think it's exciting and interesting. So go and check that previous. Just watch the first episode, I'd say, because I didn't get very far into the actual game. I felt that the AI needed some help. That was my issue with it before, and it was a really early version. So now the AI's got that help, I think. So we're going to be able to play it, and I want to show you. There's a bunch of scenarios that are in the game now. There's the demo scenario that came with the demo of the game. You guys have mostly seen that, I think. If not, go and check it out. We've got the Battle for Black Iron. So this is a game where you play as Warwick. Then I'm not actually quite sure what happens in this one. It might be a 1 versus 1 scenario. Yeah, your game ends in 2 years, so 24 turns. Okay, so this is a quick scenario. It's an easy one, apparently. Oh, it's an scenario complexity is easy. Then we've got the Dreadmore invasion. This is where an undead kingdom is attacking you, and it's a little bit like the Barbarossa thing where you're playing as the Soviets, if that makes sense to any of you. So you are on the back foot immediately, being faced with a very powerful invasion, and you don't have much to defend against, so you have to kind of fight a fighting retreat. Very interesting. The Earth Magicka, as we've seen, is basically it's medieval Europe except in fantasy lands. Really, really cool. Very, very interesting. I've not played this one myself because yeah, I'm less interested in the scenario kind of thematically, but I think it would be good fun to play once you played through some of the others. We've got the Fallen Empire scenario. Yeah, this is 120 turns, so this is quite a big one. This is where, again, I think you've got the Fallen Empire. They're attacking. They are like a really, really large nation, and they are attacking into the remnants of all the others, basically. So you got this kind of big Mordor-like, kingdom that is attacking all the other characters, all the other kingdoms in the game, and you've got to work together to take it out. It's a high complexity scenario. It's a 10-year scenario, so 120 turns. By the way, that sounds like a lot. This game's quite fast to play, and I'll show you. You won't have seen that the last time I played. I played it really slow. This time I'm going to play much quicker because I want to show you that you can play this game really quickly. It's one of the game's big draws. I got the Island Imora. I think I showed this one before. It's 7 playable kingdoms. This is, I think, likely intended as an example of the multiplayer maps that you can create. And then we got the Realm of Erde, which is the main scenario. This is one I'm going to play. I've read through all of this stuff. So if you want to go and check that out, if you want to hear me rambling on and reading this stuff, it's really, really cool, by the way. So he's come up with a really cool little story for it, but I'm not going to read it all again. Instead, I'm just going to pick a nation and go for it. So last time I played Britakind, I didn't get that very far with them. Their difficulty is supposed to be hard. I also played Amanon when I was playing on my own, and I did really well with these guys up to a point. They are quite they're quite difficult. Well, sorry, they're quite good because they've got some really cool units. They've got these wolf cavalry, which are really, really interesting. And they're a tribal nation, so you're kind of up against the more civilized nations. The benevolence, the feudal, there's another one as well, lawful, I think it is. Yeah, so you're up against those guys to some extent. You can make friends with them. Anyway, the AI has had a big change, and I haven't played it since it's changed, so I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I think I'm going to pick one of the more difficult nations. I really want to test the AI out. I want to see how it goes. Let's maybe think about one. I don't want to pick a really, really difficult one. Yeah, Brit's kind of saying it's hard. I thought these were really easy. I think the developer must have gone through and adjusted some of these later. Britkind were actually they're like the good guys basically. Um, they're the sort of like classic, good guy knights, I guess. You got Leandor, which are a elf realm, I think, or they're not elves, but they're kind of like your fantasy elves. By the way, everyone pretty much this is humans versus undead. This game, there's undead basically, and there's a few other weird things. It's kind of more like I'd say it's closer to Game of Thrones than it is to any other fantasy thing. You don't have orcs and goblins, but you can mod that stuff in if you want. Okay. I might go with Amanon again. I really enjoyed playing with these guys. So let's go with these. I'm going to leave fleets visible. We're going to have small dungeons because I don't want the dungeons to go on for a long time. Default scenario nature is going to be default. We've got default strategy. Computer opponents are loyal with good relations. Nature aligned computer opponents might betray you. I think I'd rather have it like this. With the computer opportunist, it might make it more difficult, and we've got a corruption curse on as well. Okay, let's go. So I'm not going to put any production bonuses on or anything like this. I don't know if you can change that partway through the game. Okay. So by the way, I've turned the music off, and the reason is just because YouTube automatically gives me a copyright claim every time I use the music on this game. So the music is really, really good, and the musician, the artist has always been very good about releasing the claim, but I just can't be bothered to go through the process. It's kind of a bit of a ball ache. So please feel free to add your own music. There's some nature sounds that we're going to put in the background that comes through the game as well. So if we just go to the graphics, music, and sound, turn the volume up. There we go. You get some nice sounds of tweeting birds and the wind rustling. Okay, let's go back to the that starting summary. Here we go. So the game will end in 180 turns. This is about 15 game years. When there are 12 turns left, the game will count down the number of turns. All right. So let's have a look. We got 64 food produced. Let's just have a look where we are. This is Amanon. Okay. And I'm going to just quickly read out there. So, a description. This is the first kingdom to be ruled by a woman called the Cracked-Skulled Queen. She's supposed to be a giant, as the story goes. They were a relatively peaceful kingdom until the assassination attempt. A lord named Varric attempted to kill her by bashing her head in for the throne. Instead, it made her angry and insane. She crushed the assailant's head with her bare hands. Since the assassination, she has been aggressively instigating conflict with other kingdoms, so she's kind of crazy. And so that's what we're playing as. We are tribal. Our stance with everybody in the game is set to just neutral at the start of the game. Quite an interesting sandbox game in that respect. We've got Leandor on this side, and Leandor, as I said, are kind of going to the diplomacy again. You can click to go to the capital here, and so yeah, this is Leandor, and then also we've also got. I think click in these as well. Oh, I thought you could. Where are we? Yeah, we've got these guys. These guys are going to be our first target, I think. Then we've got these as well, which are... Let me just remember what these ones are called. Skadi. Okay. So Skadi are a kind of nation of of previous plague victims. I'll let you guys read this stuff. My throat's kind of on the way out, by the way. Well, my voice is on the way out, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of reading today. But yeah, these guys they're not affected by plague events, so they've got some interesting units. I think what we want to do is we're going to take these guys. We'll take these guys on next. No one's going to care if we attack those, I don't think. If I remember right, they're also tribal. Skadi, yes, they're also tribal. We probably don't want to be at war with Leandor early, so I think we're going to let's send some diplomacy out to these guys. Send an emissary. That's going to be one of our diplomatic actions. We also probably want to be getting some trade in with people as well if we can. We've got these guys. This is Lux. They're benevolent. Might be worth sending an emissary over to those guys too. Anybody we can get trade going would be good. Now those are lawful as well. We've got Drakamar, who aren't lawful, I don't think. No, they're tyrannical. Now, you want to check out the summary of who they are as well, because their economy is very weak. That means they're likely to... if we get a trade agreement with these guys, they're going to end up with getting more out of it than us. Let's just have a look at Leander. How are they doing? I think we're quite a strong nation at the start of the game. Their economy is equal. Yeah, it might be worth trying to trade with those guys. We've also got the Caspator Islands. Their economy's weak. Yeah, these have got the largest fleet in the game, apparently. Okay. All right, first thing we want to do, anyway, when we start, is make sure we've got enough food. So, let's go into the economy. Here's the market. And, yeah, the market's got 52. We've got 75. We just jump back into the summary. 30 food is required by the population. 16 food is required by our armies and navies. So we've got a bit of a surplus. I think we probably want to sell some in that case. So we go to food and we're going to sell 10. We'll just get some extra money. We've got 65 in storage. And we are currently in... Yeah, we're in the month of winter. We get less food in winter. We'll get more when the spring comes. We want to hire some heroes. So we've got an adventurer. I'm not going to explain too much about what this game is, because I think you should go back and watch that first episode I did. At least the you know, with the heavy description. I just want to kind of play today. Okay, this guy's a conserver. We've got a wizard, a warrior, and an adventurer. Let's get all of these guys. Okay, and next turn we'll try and get some more. And then we're going to start going on some adventures. We will see if we can gather rumours. Too much time drinking coin reveals no positive results. Okay. Let's try here. Okay. Trail of corpses, guards too scared to investigate. Suspicious clothing from not around here. Seems like... Yeah, okay. Let's get these guys moving out towards that one. I'll keep them here this turn. Next turn, when they've got more action points, we'll look for the ruins again. Now, have a quick look at our forces. We've got a modest army. We've got some militia in some of our key locations. There's quite a lot of militia here, look. And then let's just see what we got up here. We've got some wolf cavalry, swordsmen, and militia up here in the north. I think our first bet is to probably take our main army. We'll start building militia as soon as we can. Let's get these guys. I'm going to send one of these militia down to Amanon. I'm going to send another militia up here. Okay, yeah, we don't want to move that heavy cavalry any further. We'll get everyone but the militia, and we're going to move these guys. Yeah, we're going to move them into position, and I think we're going to pretty much declare war on Mars House immediately. Let's just have a look what it says about these guys. Ruled by the Mars family, this city stronghold refuses to devote loyalty to any single kingdom. Recently, the venerable ruler Asher Mars and his son Darkra died away while chasing a beast into the swamp. Coraline Mars now rules the city. She's more open to diplomacy. Okay. They're weak compared to us. They've got no quarrels with us, but I think we're going to go to war with them pretty quick. I don't know quite when I'm going to do it, but it's going to be soon. We don't want to be doing it until we're close. We also need to spend a bit of time. What happens when you declare war, by the way, is your stability will drop. And when your stability drops, you get less production. So, you know, it's kind of a serious thing to do. You've got to be a little bit careful. Okay. Now, how much wood are we getting? Okay, we're not making much wood or horses, but we've got loads of... Is it stone you get with this one? Yeah, we've got a decent production of iron and stone. Okay, but we don't get much in the way of wood. So you really need wood. Wood's quite important. It's used in pretty much all of your units. Look, most of your units going to use some wood. A lot of them. Now there are some exceptions. The men-at-arms don't use any wood. They just use loads of iron. We can get lots of these. They also require horses, which we are producing. So wood is a bit of a problem. We don't really have anywhere. Let's just go to our... I forget which one it is now. There we go, districts. So if we just go through to the districts, so you can actually see your production here, look. So let's just scroll out. So this is Amanon. It's only producing one wood, look. We just go through, yeah. Istum here is producing 2. But as you can see, we've really got very low wood income. Just a tiny amount. So these guys here, this will give us wood. Look, you actually look at the wood income. Oh no, that's not that one. Is it these guys then? No, I wasn't clicking on it. Named after the original Solemn Mars, the citadel stands as a monument to his accomplishment. This is Solemn Citadel, by the way, in Mars House. Stone brought from the Long Hills brought the ominous walls and towers of the main fortress. Moats and thick walls defend their inhabitants from creatures of the jungle and invading armies. Also acts as a barrier to humidity. Growth from the jungle is constantly controlled around the outside perimeter to prevent any would-be assassin or thief from climbing the steep vertical walls. This place is quite difficult to get into, and I believe that fortifications are better than they were since the last time I played it. So I might need help getting into this, but we're going to do our best. They won't have much in the way of armed forces, so they really will be, under siege. I think we're good to go, but anyway, this is going to give us a bunch of food and gold, and that's going to be good in the early game, and shards as well, which are quite hard to come by. We've only got 2 income of shards, so we want to, we're going to get quite a lot of iron early in the game, like I said. Before we move any more units or continue the turn, I think we ought to set our research. Now, I think formations is good. Morale's a really good bonus, so we should put at least 1 into here. I think I'm going to put 2 in there. Now, conviction magic is going to give us armor and heals. These are abilities that you can use in battles. Sorry, in the quests. We're going to need that. So I'm going to put 1 in there. I think we're going to put 1 into enchantment magic. And then we're going to go for excavator, I think. Maybe not. We won't need construct magic, I don't think, in the early game. Yeah, I think we're going to go morale. Cavalry's pretty good because we've got good cavalry. We've got these wolf cavalry. Yeah, and maybe we get the harvester just in case we do end up needing. Now, this is kind of like a very war game style of research system. It's kind of a little bit like the ones that you get in Hearts of Iron. So you invest you've got a number of alchemists. You invest them in, to different areas each turn, and when it gets to a certain level, which is 30, it will level up to the next level, and then you get a bonus basically, and you'll see what bonus you get. Then once you'll actually get more alchemists as well, and you can increase the amount of alchemists generated by building libraries. We don't really have the materials to build much this turn, so we're not going to be doing much of that. We've pretty much done all we need to do, so I think I'm going to end the turn now. Okay, so end the turn. Now you can slow this enemy replay down if you want. I won't bother at the start of the game. Later on in the game, though, when things get a bit more intense, I will definitely be slowing that down. Okay. So here's our kingdom report. Yeah, our stance has fallen in a lot of places. Now, these will be with... Wow, this is a lot more brutal than it was. Okay, I used this nation to go on a bit of a ruffle stomp the last time I played this game. And it was at that point I was a bit like, okay, I think this, there needs to be a bit of work done on the AI here. And, just the way that the AI reacts to you. Because I felt that it was a little bit too easy. And I think that, yeah, but we're going to find out. But I understand that it's not like that anymore. So let's continue moving this army up this way. Heavy cavalry, archers, swordsmen, and swordsmen. Now in this game, you really need armies that are balanced. It's a big deal to have balanced armies in this game. Okay, we're also going to hire some more heroes, and I think we'll sell some food as well. If you don't sell your excess food, it will rot. Let's sell a couple of these. Okay. And that means we're going to be able to... Oh, we've got 202 gold now for selling the food. Got another adventurer, a necromancer, and a warrior. I don't know if I want a second necromancer. Sorry, a second adventurer. But we need 6 at the start of the game, so let's at least go with that. Let's get these guys up to here. And then we're just going to gather rumours again. The original guys do it? No. Alright. What else do we need to do this turn? Not much. I don't know if we can afford any units. We could get some militia, but I want combat units first. Oh, we can get wolf cavalry. Let's build a wolf cavalry. That's going to take 4 turns to come out. They're pretty good. Okay, I think we're going to invade Solemn City here. Sorry, the Mars house. So go into diplomacy, and we'll go to war. We need to alt click it. There we go. Your Highness, Mars house have mobilized their forces against us as we have towards them. Okay, so we can now move in. Okay, and we want to. Yeah, I don't want to attack this turn. I don't think. Now, what have they got in there? They've got archers, swordsmen, and heavy cavalry. Okay, we made a breach in the wall. So what that means is they actually had 5 fortifications, and that helps their defense, right? But we actually got a breach, so that's good. We've actually knocked their walls down, made a breach in the walls. Let's just go to the battle report. Okay, God's favoured the attacker, so we actually we did well there, but we're attacking over a river here. This is not good. We don't want to be doing that. So we actually lost 2 troops. Let's not do that again. I think instead we're going to try and get around them, but we have managed to knock down the wall. That's really good. We didn't damage any of their strength. We can't. So we just sort of threw ourselves at the walls there. Okay, that's probably about it, I think, for the turn. Yeah, we built some units, so that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do. We have got some diplomacy. I think let's just go through the diplomatic table and just see who's. Yeah, they're our enemy now. We've got an emissary with looks. Let's see if we can get. Okay, they don't trust our intentions. Ah, interesting. This has changed, I think. So I can't just immediately go for a trade with them. Okay, that's curious. Leandor here. Ah, it's the same. Wonder why that is. They don't trust our intentions. Okay. Oh, trade agreement. They've got a trade agreement with Britikine. Ah, okay. How do I get the trade now then, I wonder? With other tribals, we want to try to talk. Because tribals are more likely to like us. Yeah, the suspicious ones aren't going to, I don't think. So, but sending emissaries will raise your relations slowly. Let's send an emissary to these guys. They will send emissaries to us as well. We'll start with all the tribals, I think. Let's have a look at these guys. Where are these? Okay, that's these guys here. Islar savages. Yeah, they've got a weak economy, so they're not much use. We might be on our own at the start here, guys. These guys are... Yeah, they're equal. These guys are going to be good to trade with, if we can get a trade agreement. Thol Barony. Where are these? Click on the flag. Okay, Thol Barony are here, look. So just to put that into perspective, guys, we are down here in Amanon. And they're right over here. Okay, they're going to be worth trading with. So let's go to send an emissary. Okay, we've got 2 diplomatic actions left, but we haven't got any more emissaries to send out. So I think we'll leave that. Yeah, we'll save our gold. Leandor, we don't want them to attack us. I don't know if they will. They seem like, at least from when I played them before, they were quite isolationist. They weren't keen to go to war early, but that might have changed with the new AI updates, so we'll see. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm going to play another turn. Here we go. This game's got a weather system in it, which is pretty cool. Let's see what Mars House does. Okay, production is at 92% due to stability. Okay, because we declared war, we've got lower stability, and that means our production is actually affected. Ah, we've actually got starvation. Right, I forgot about the supply. So let's make sure. Yeah, we need to go out. We need to get supply fast. Okay, we've got a breach in that wall. I'm just going to have to go through this wall, I think. Okay, we got the breach. I think we've got through the entire wall now. So now it's just a matter of getting in. We're going to lose troops doing this. We're also going to be they're going to be foraging for food. Both of our units actually got some starvation. I think we're going to be able to defeat these guys. We should be able to get through. It's one of those games, right, where it looks quite simple, the combat, but you've got to really pay attention to what's going on. Yeah, so like these guys are attacking over a river. Oh, were they both over the river? I thought I was clear of it here. All right. So anyway, we are attacking over a river, so we're getting actually a 50% penalty to all of our attacks. It's pretty brutal. This is a really, really nicely defensible place. This is why this game's really cool, because the terrain's really important in the war simulation. I really, really like it, man. It's cool. Okay, we're going to leave the supply on. I'll turn that off just for the moment. There are hotkeys for all of this stuff, by the way. Hold on a minute. I wanted to just unselect those. I'm going to go and investigate this rumor. Oh, okay. We found the dungeon. Let's go in. Now, auto explore. Oh, wow. What level is it? I didn't check. It's saying 54% chance of each hero dying. This is going to be a difficult dungeon. Let me just have a look at the... Oh, it's a medium level. That's way too big for us. Our people will die very, very fast in that dungeon because the levels of the spawns, which is the name of the monsters, is going to be really, really high. Okay, we're going to sell some food. Oh, look, food's a good price on the market. Look, 80 gold. So it's well worth buying. Let's see if we can get another hero. Okay, got a bunch of warriors. Let's get another warrior. And maybe we replace... Yeah, because we've got 2 adventurers. I don't know if we need 2 adventurers in one group. Adventurers basically allow you to find traps. Yeah, Drusilla actually looks like a better character. Dilari, she's actually got more leadership. She might be good as a leader. Anyway, so we've just recruited Faye. She actually looks quite good. So let's send Faye up to catch up with that group of adventurers, I think. All right. What else? We have got some cash. Have we got the ability to build anything? No, not yet. We're still waiting on... I mean, we could buy some wood. The problem is, look, it's expensive. How much have we got? We'd need a fair amount, and it's just not worth buying for this price. We need to conquer somewhere that's wood production. We could build... If you go to our districts, look, you can build certain things. So, for example, excavators. When you've got wood and more shards, you can build excavators in your mine, so you can get out more. More whatever it is it's producing. So it's usually going to be gold or shards or stone, I think. Yeah, these are stone and iron. And they will produce gold from the taxation as well. Yeah, again, I don't think we've got enough. We've not got wood for building, so we're just going to leave that. Let's go to the next turn. Now, hopefully, what will happen in the game, at least theoretically, is the game is programmed so that if you start snowballing in power, the world will start turning against you. So you've got to play it carefully. It's quite a strategic game in the sense of like going for the victory points. Okay, 62 food was produced. Oh yeah, we accidentally insulted someone. That was Leandor. That's not good. Okay, these guys have got... Donati have gone up to... they've gone up to amiable. Received a trade offer. So we've got trade offers coming in. Let's just sort those out first. Warwick. Yeah, let's accept trade. I want to be trading with anyone I can, basically, because we need money. Torsuf. These are a tyrannical nation. Yeah, let's accept trade. Now Warwick have got a stronger economy than us, so we're going to get we're going to get more out of that trade. Donati, we're going to accept the trade. Skadi. What are they? They want to collaborate. No, I'm going to go to war with them. So we'll just ignore that. Yeah, I don't want to go. No, because accepting the collaboration, I think, will increase our. It will increase. Where is it? Yeah, it will increase our relations, and that means that the cost to declare war will be higher. By the way, I forgot, but I should have instigated these guys a little bit more before I declared war, because I got more of a stability drop because I didn't. So yeah, just be aware of that. Okay. Okay, we're going to attack these guys from behind this river here. We're just going to attack straight over this river. Yeah, we're whittling up their forces down. I can afford the losses more than they can. We will take this eventually. They won't be able to rebuild those walls in time either. It might be worth... Let's have a look what we got here. Heavy cavalry is a little bit low, so that's kind of a bit brutal. Let's take Dulari out here. I want her... Hold on a minute, guys. I want Dulari leading this army here. Let's get her leading the army. We'll get give a little bit of a leadership bonus, and we'll bring the warrior up here, and these guys together. We'll gather rumors. Okay, we found a rumor here. Look, let's go up to Kazal Maru and gather rumors here. Okay, we've got one down here. That might be a little bit better for us to go for. We'll just leave them there, and we'll explore rumors next turn. You can keep doing that, and you can these dungeons. You know, they're not always dungeons, by the way. Sometimes they're red herrings. Quite often they are. But you could kind of like farm these and get a bunch out and then go exploring. And the idea is you want to be leveling your characters up so they can eventually go to the later dungeons. Just don't get too attached to them, because they will die. They're not that strong, so they will, you know, they will die to traps and that kind of stuff. So the idea is you don't get too attached. Okay. We got some diplomatic actions we can do. Let's just have a look. Oh, they're suspicious with us in looks. Yeah, I'm just trying. What I was thinking too was try to raise our relations, but Leandor's one we definitely want to be trying to raise relations with if we can. We don't want to be going to war with them. I think my plan of action is I'm going to conquer Skadi, and conquering Skadi will give us loads of wood production, because these are in a big forest. We've got loads of wood here, and they've got decent food and wood production. That's going to set us up for wherever we want to go, whether it's build some boats and go for Britakind, or go into the north, you know, go for Warwick, whatever. We've got all sorts of options. Taking on Leandor might be a good bet. I remember them being quite strong though, so yeah. All right. So yeah, we've done all the combat this turn, and we've done the trading. Sorry, we've done the dungeoneering. Let's sell some food. And I think... Okay, we still don't have enough wood. We need a couple of wood. And then we could build some swordsmen. Oh no, we could build some militia. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother with them. We can get some men-at-arms though. Now these cost a lot of iron, but we've got really high iron production. These are a strong unit. They're better than the swordsmen and the spearmen. So they do take horses, and they're going to take recruits as well. We've actually got 60 recruits at the moment waiting, so that's okay. These guys are good though, because they don't take any wood. So let's get some of those guys. They're going to really bolster our forces. If we do have a problem getting into this citadel, men-at-arms will help, I'd say. Okay, they're heavy cavalry down, and this army's still quite strong. These need replenishing, I think. I wonder if I don't think we'll be able to do it because we haven't got any iron now. Yeah, we don't have enough resources. Okay, but we'll try doing that next turn. Okay, that's going to be it, guys. And I'm going to end the first episode here. So I hope you enjoyed the series so far. And yeah, let me know what you think of the game in the comments. Yeah, this is a really, really cool, quick to play sort of war game with lots of strategic choice. There's loads of stuff that you can do, loads of way to approach going for your victory conditions. We didn't really talk about victory conditions. I'll do that next time. Okay, guys, I'll catch you next time. Take care.